Welcome back to Doorkickers Player Channel. This is mission 89, I think. Drug dealer arrest, the Alexander House. Before we get into it, I post new videos every Monday and Thursday, so be sure to click subscribe and the notification bell so that you get notified every Monday and Thursday. That being said, let's get into it. This is mission 88. We can hide this, right? Hide floating. There we go. Sorry about that. It seems I only have the replays. I forgot to record the gameplay, but either way, I mean, it still works. This is my original successful attempt, and after that we'll watch and analyze my more recent attempt and see what the differences are there. So before we get into what's happening, we can see that we've got a formation going on here. That is not the right tool. That's the right tool. We've got a formation going on here and a formation going on here. That's what it looks like so far. We've got these guys moving down here. I assume we're walking with the machine guns because of this and this. So that's a pretty good indication that we have machine guns. I don't know what kind of armor we're using. This was a while ago. Let's see, going down here. Kind of an interesting formation. It looks like this guy is going down this way, and so is this guy, while these two go that way. I don't really see the purpose of it, but okay. Once they enter here, two of them are gonna go here. Two are gonna open this door, check this out, but then go back here, join these guys, and then these guys are gonna go down. In the meantime, these four are coming down this way, breaching. Two are going that way, two are going this way, and that's about it. Also, heads up, this is 2 floors. So upstairs and ground floor. It's a 2-floor game. So doing a pretty good job of clearing before entry, but it's pretty standard. Nothing specifically good about it. It just they saw the bad guys, shot the bad guys. I think we held for Alpha for a little too long. Yeah, reaction time could be better. So at this point right now, what I would do is I would bring these guys straight down and have this guy stop for a second. This guy stop for a second, let this guy keep moving down while facing that way, and then have this guy face that way as well. Because there are bad guys here that this guy can see, and I want all 4 of these guys to be able to partake in taking them out, basically. Yeah. Other than that, did a pretty good job. I don't like the fact that these two are just standing here. I would redirect them to go around this way with these two. And then if they still were going to breach this way to clear that, then they should do that after they stood here to clear most of the interior. Like I said, they could have been standing here clearing that. Another thing is, because these two were stuck here, it makes their entry a bad entry. right? And just it wasn't they didn't enter the room good, and that could have caused issues. That could have been problematic. So at some point I changed this route. So okay, so let's talk about this side for a second. This is the Charlie side, Delta side, Alpha side, Bravo side, right? So on the Charlie Delta corner here, I changed the route and I have these guys clearing this room. I'm a little bit more dynamic with this, as you'll see in a moment. But before we continue watching that, I just thought about explaining what I mean by the Sabat entry. So when entering a room, if you have one guy in front and the other guy behind him, that means that there's only one gun that's able to shoot the bad guy. For instance, this bad guy, right? So when you have oh, that's too big. When you have one guy like this and there's a bad guy here, right? So if you have two operators entering the room like this, then that means the bad guy can shoot this guy and this operator can't do anything, right? So it's just one on one. However, if you have them entering like this, or one of them clearing from here, right? Just standing here, and then the other one entering from here, then you can have two guns on the bad guy. This is called guns down range, right? So having two guys with guns down range is better than having just one. And in this situation, we had just one downrange, right? So that's what I mean by that. Now, watch this on the Charlie Delta corner. Interesting stuff. So this seems to be a route, which is for this dude who's gonna clear that and then go here, clear that, and then go over here. Interesting. He does a good job of taking that guy out, but I I would prefer to have both of these guys here. Again, more guns down range, right? So I don't like how I just leave people where they are. Like when this guy gets here and then I just leave him there, right? Until I decide to actually move him towards the stairs. But and also like here, I just leave these two guys here for no reason. I would at the very least bring them, give them a route towards the stairs so that if I did feel the need to bring them upstairs, at least they were closer. Make sense? Like at this point, this entire area is clear. At this point, you can just draw a route for these guys to get to the stairs. Whether or not you use them is a different story, but I would at least draw a route. That way, also this guy, don't leave him here. He's done, right? Get him out, get him towards the stairs. So at the very least, you can get more guns downrange. So now we're reloading, and this is actually quite important. A lot of times I forget to reload, and because of that, my operators can't shoot and can't be effective. So I would suggest just checking throughout the mission, like just checking to see if guns need to be reloaded or not. Okay, so that little flash is because there are operators still stuck here. So, because there's some kind of glitch in the game that makes your operators not all go up the stairs for some reason. So that little flash is me just correcting that. Pretty solid route here. So I've got 2 guys going this way, 2 going this way, and 2 just going forward. It's really nothing to say about that. It's fairly simple. Although it's a little bit hard to see if it makes any sense, but right in this moment, I would stop these 2 guys. At this very moment, I would stop these 2 guys and let these guys clear that first. Because there could be a bad guy right here, and that'll shoot these 2 guys. So I would do that first. Fair enough. It's still good. However, someone needs to check that because now you have 2 guys just facing that way, and no one's clearing that. So yeah. Um, Additionally, this guy needs to go this way because this is already clear. So when this guy comes, when this guy moves this way, right, there could be a bad guy here shooting him. So I would have this guy clear that, and the second guy kind of move along with him or kind of move wide, so that in case there's another bad guy, so that they can like have 2 guns downrange, basically. Yeah, that entry was pretty good. Yeah, that's a pretty good entry. This entry here, I would have this guy go that way just because he's first, and this is clear. Yeah, that's also a pretty good entry here on the Delta Alpha corner. Although this guy needs to be pointed that way in case anybody opens this door and starts shooting. And that concludes the mission and this attempt. Let me go ahead and go to the more recent attempt, successful attempt of this mission. Let's see what we do here. So, turns out that you can have you can have operators start from here, as you can clearly see. And so we've got 2 here, and 4 here. So this is going to be interesting. Let's see what happens. So immediately doing a good job of clearing from outside of the structure. You'll also notice that I don't have them like getting into formation here or anything. These guys are just moving, and that's actually pretty good because it allows you to clear more space a lot quicker. Like if we go a little like slowly here, you'll see that at this point we now have 4 bad guys. We know where 4 bad guys are, right? So because we know where 4 bad guys are, well now 5 bad guys. You can see this operator takes care of that guy. This one took care of that guy, and now this guy's about to take care of this guy, and I'm assuming that guy's going to take care of that guy. Let's see that. Yep, exactly how you see. So this guy takes out this guy, and then boom. And so within the matter of 2 seconds, we have 5 kills, and we're about to have 6. And that's how many seconds? Still 2 seconds, right? So 6 kills in 2 seconds. That's pretty good. Let's raise the volume. So now I'm holding here so that these 2 can catch up. And then again, that way if there's any threats here or here, we have more guns downrange. Now, I'm not too proud of this moment because, well, first of all, this is actually a pretty good shot. I'm not going to lie. But in this moment, I have this guy going this way, this guy going this way, and then these two just going down. That's actually not the right thing to do. Because you have 4 people here, you don't need to have the furthest guy, move in, right? You only need to have the second guy move in. So you could have this guy moving that way, this guy moving that way, and then these two keeping, these two just going straight down, right? Usually it's the furthest guy. Like if you have 2 or 3 people, then it's the furthest guy. But because you have 4, you can split them up into 2 different teams. Have this guy go this way, this guy go this way. Make sense? Who shot him? I can't tell who shot him. I'm not gonna lie. So we are using blast charge, blast charges. I think that's what it's called. I keep forgetting what it's called. Or door charges, door blast. I'm not sure. Blasting charge or something like that. Either way, we are using the door goes boom boom um, Play-Doh because it's faster than trying to knock down the door, pick the lock, and it attracts a lot way less attention than trying to pick the lock or trying to break down the door. You could use lock picking, but it technically doesn't really matter. It depends on if you're trying to be quiet or if you're trying to be effective. But I just use door blasting charges to open these exterior doors here. Right. So like I said, have these two have all 4 get to the window, clear from the outside, and then move in. And you can see this exactly what I mean, right? So one of these guys takes him out from outside without even entering. And that's why you kind of just stay by the window, clear from the window. They do a really nice job of moving parallel to each other. Although this guy, these two could have just gone straight that way. Like they didn't need to go all the way around the corner. That's unnecessary. You two can just go straight. Yeah, great job of dealing with that. And you can see exactly what I said earlier. As soon as this Delta Alpha corner was clear, just move along. Yep, just clearing the rest of the structure just to make sure everything else is clear. I did end up bringing everyone upstairs, except for, you'll see in a second, this guy gets somehow stuck outside of the map, which is hilarious. But these glitches do happen in this game, so just be aware of that. And it especially happens like in the later missions, when the missions get more complicated. But let's go ahead and analyze. Yeah, I'm making the same mistake I made before, which is these two guys are a little bit too far for my liking. Also, I did wait until we had a few guns to open this door. That way, we could protect the operators as much as possible. I did not realize that this room here existed at this point. I remember this because in a split second you'll see me turn them around. And that's it. Let's go ahead and watch the full replay for both attempts.
Cops are here. Alpha.
Got one. Straight down. Straight down. Got one. Door unlocked.
Bravo. Go.
Straight down. Holding. Moving. Straight down. No contact. No contact. No contact.
Charlie. Go.
Loading.
Here.
In position. Don't move. Hands behind your back. Covering. Come with me. Primary target secured.
Good job. We're done here.
Okay, well, that was the first attempt. It took me 44 seconds. Let's go ahead and watch the second attempt.
Holding. Moving. Charge ready.
Alpha. Go.
Placing charge. Tangos. Straight down. Ready to blow.
Bravo. Go.
Looks on target. Priest of God Most High. Looks clear. No contact. On target. On your mark. Placing charge. No tangos. Charge ready.
Alpha. Go.
Covering. No tango. On your mark. In position. On target. No tango. Covering. In position. No tango. Eyes
Alpha.
on the
Go.
target. Hands behind your back. Come with me. Primary target secure.
Good job.
So, actually, this doesn't usually happen, but I prefer the first attempt of this mission because it's a lot more less chaotic. It's very simple, purpose driven, etc. So I kind of prefer the first attempt. I'm not gonna lie. Either way, this was mission 89, I believe. Drug dealer arrest, the Alexander House. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like. If you want to see more of these kinds of videos, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you get notified every Monday and Thursday when I post a new video. And if there's anything else that you guys want to see in the comment that you guys want to see in my future videos, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below, and I will see you in the next video.